Hey, what is going on everybody? It's Steven here and welcome back to another Chinese smartphone review. So today we'll check out the THL 2015 from efox.com. Now I know I did a lot of China phone reviews in the last days, but a lot of new 64-bit phones are hitting the market right now and I just want to present you the best ones, including the THL 2015. Now this is a real flagship killer and retails for something like €200 on efox.com. The specs are very nice, but today we're going to check it out and see if it's worth the money or not. So let's get directly started. Alright, first of all, let's check out the specs of the phone, and yes, I just want to mention that this is a very early sample of the smartphone, so there are many firmware bugs and I hope they will be fixed soon. But THL is a brand with a pretty good reputation, so you can definitely expect firmware updates. Now this smartphone is running Android KitKat straight out of the box, and I cannot tell you if there will be a lollipop update, but as I've said, THL provides firmware updates, but I cannot tell you if they will upgrade to lollipop, but currently it's running KitKat. Now this smartphone here comes with the MT6752 system on chip. This includes a Octa core processor clocked at 1.7 GHz, a pretty nice GPU and also 2 GB of RAM. Also, the overall build quality of the smartphone is amazing, so it comes with a metal frame as you will see later, and the thickness is about 7.5mm, so it's actually very thin. The network bands are not that good, so we have a quad band on 2G, but only dual band on 3G. And 4G LTE is also supported, but yeah, just check out here the frequencies. So it supports FDD-LTE, B1, B3, B7 and B20. You will find a little table down below in the description to check out the frequencies, but yeah, before you buy the smartphone and if you want to use 4G, make sure it works in your country. So you have to ask your provider if he uses the frequencies you can see here. If not, then the smartphone won't work with your provider in your country. So this is really important. Check this out, guys. Now here you can see the display. 5.0 inch Full HD panel, and I have to say the screen looks awesome. Nice colors, good viewing angles, and it's totally sharp. The camera, it's not really true what you can see here. So it says here 13 megapixels, in the software it says 18, but yeah, it's totally interpolated, so the camera doesn't look that good at all. But I guess it's a firmware problem, because also on my smartphone the front camera doesn't open because then the camera software crashes, also different camera applications, so the firmware is really buggy right now. Then yeah, you can see it comes with Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS and everything you can see here on board, and also a fingerprint scanner on the back side. Alright guys, then now enough of talking and I would say let's do a quick unboxing. Now as always, I did already unpack the device for you, so here you can see it and here you can see everything which you can find inside of the box. First of all, a quick starter guide which tells you just how to turn it on and how to use the basic applications. Quite useless, so just for Android beginners. Then let's have a look at the charging cable, so here it is. Absolutely nothing special here, comes in black and it's a micro USB cable, as always, to charge it or to connect it to the computer. Now the next thing we have right over here is the charger, and I have to say the design is awesome. It's very small, fits perfectly in my power socket, should come with the correct power connector for your country. We have here the USB port. It's a standard 5-watt charger, but here in black and very glossy, so I definitely like it and the quality seems to be good, not like on cheap China clones. Here we can see a screen protector, but this one here is quite weak as you can see, and I'm pretty sure that you will need more than one, so just order some with the smartphone. Then the last thing you can find inside of the box is a headset, and I'm really happy that they include a headset and also a very nice quality headset. So we have here a gold plated 3.5mm connector. Then here you can see the remote, so the button here looks quite stable. Here you can see the big microphone and the THL logo, and yeah, the quality of the headset is pretty nice. If you here check out the speakers, then here you can see we have metal right over here. They feel quite stable and also they sound very nice. So the music output over the 3.5mm headphone jack is absolutely top. There is nothing to say about this. Alright, so this is everything you can find inside of the box. It comes pretty well packed as you can see with different parts, and now I would say let's have a look at the smartphone. So here it is guys, and I just went out to show it to you because here we have natural lighting and it looks fairly different than in my recording room with all the softbox lighting. But yeah, let's just have a look here at the smartphone, and if you have a look at the screen and you can see it looks totally sharp, so it's a very nice full HD panel, and also here the viewing angles are quite nice, so you can always see something on the screen, and also if you have a look at the colors then you can see they look outstanding. Here at the top we have the front facing camera We also have here the speaker, and left from the speaker we have the notification LED. Now it just lights up in red, and I'm not sure if you can change it. I haven't found the settings yet. Here at the bottom we have capacitive touch buttons like the home button, menu button and back button. And unfortunately they don't have any backlight, so this really sucks because I hate buttons without backlight. Here we have the power button and the volume rockers. They are also made out of metal, and here you can see the massive metal frame. The design reminds me a lot of the Wiko S100 or the XGeo Neon N2Q, but the backside looks totally nice. So this is not a foil or something, so this is really how the logo and also here the metal looks like. So it looks kind of blue and reflects the light, so this looks totally awesome in my opinion. We have here the rear camera, the LED flash, and also here the fingerprint scanner. Even the logo here looks quite nice. Also here the back cover feels pretty good. Here we can see THL stands for Technology Happy Life, and here we can see the speaker grid. It's a single speaker design, just to mention. The metal frame here looks quite nice. You can also see the antennas. We have here the 3.5mm headphone jack and the micro USB port. Then here at the bottom we have the bottom microphone for doing calls, and this is the only microphone. Now in my opinion it would look better if the micro USB port and also the 3.5mm headphone jack would be in the middle of the frame, but yeah, it looks good like this too. Alright, so this is how the smartphone looks like in natural lighting conditions, and now let's go inside and let's see what the smartphone has got under the hood. Even though the phone has a metal body, it comes with a removable back cover, so metal is actually just the frame of the phone. Now you can remove the back cover right over here, so just go in here with your nail and then pull it off, and it fits very tight, so yeah, let's just remove it. And this looked like an antenna, but this smartphone doesn't support NFC or something, so this is just a sticker right over here. Then here we can see the big battery, and it's a 2700 mAh battery, so it should give you at least 1 day of battery lifetime. Then now let's pull it out of the device, so let's have a look at the battery. And it's a 4-pin connector design, and the battery is quite slim. But I guess regarding the size, so it's very big even though it's very slim. 2500 to 2700 mAh could be true. Now the battery lifetime is actually not that bad, so 1 day is possible, but not really much more. Then let's have a look here at the sticker, so 2 IMEIs, because it's a dual SIM dual standby device. Now here you can see the battery connectors and 2 SIM card slots and also a micro SD card slot. On the left side we have a micro SIM card slot, this is SIM card slot 2, and SIM card slot 1 is a big SIM card slot, and under SIM card slot 1 there's also a micro SD card slot. Then here you can see once again here the fingerprint scanner, LED flash and the camera, and I have to say it looks totally awesome and also feels quite nice. Now it really looks like the fingerprint scanner which is in the EQ focus, so the home button of it. And I really have to say it works as good as on the EQ focus, but it's just on the backside, which I don't like. Here at the bottom you can see the speaker, which is by the way very loud even though it looks quite small, and I cannot bend the smartphone. So the metal frame gives it a lot of stability, and I have to say, even though it's plastic here inside, with the metal frame you cannot bend it, so the overall build quality is awesome. Then now let me reinsert the battery, reattach the back cover, and I would say let's turn it on and let's see how good it performs. Now there we are in Android on the THL 5000. Here we have the home screen, and regarding performance it feels absolutely smooth. So I already have mentioned this in the GRU S3 video, you don't have to worry about performance on the new 64-bit MTK chipsets. They are all quite fast. Then let's have a look here at the settings and about the phone. So here we can once again see it is running Android 4.4 KitKat, and I can definitely confirm it. So this is really KitKat, not some spoofed version, and as I've said, I cannot tell you if there will be a lollipop update. And you guys maybe know the battery monster, so the THL 5000, and it's a pretty nice device. There are a lot of custom ROMs on NeedROM, so if there won't be an official update, there will definitely be a custom ROM because there's a big community, and the THL 2015 is a pretty nice device. Now wireless update is definitely working on the device, but yeah, it says here your system is currently up to date, and there are still many firmware bugs, as you will see later. Alright ladies and gentlemen, so let's go back to the settings, and I would suggest let's quickly check out the settings, because here we can see a quick overview of all the features. It supports SIM management to adjust the dual SIM function. Then here we can see Wi-Fi. I'm connected to my home network. The signal strength is actually excellent, but yeah, just the link speed as always is slower than on the high-end devices like on my Galaxy Note 4. Here we have Bluetooth, which is also perfectly working. I've tried various things on my car with a Bluetooth speaker. Absolutely working, there are no issues so far. Then yeah, here under more, we don't have anything more because it doesn't support NFC like other devices and also no hot nod. So this is something which really sucks because NFC is actually a very nice feature. Then also the partition management of the smartphone is something I don't really like. So you have about 12 gigabytes of usable space after the ROM, which is quite okay, but you have 2 partitions and it would be better if you have one big partition just like on Elephone. But if you want to repartition, we have a tutorial on ChinaDevices.com. Then here you can see the battery stats and I have about 18% left. Now I'm using it since 6 AM in the morning and I have used it constantly, so almost all the time. Pretty good screen on time, so we have here Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS activated. I haven't charged it during the GPS test, so this drained a lot of the power. And yes, if you don't use it like this, so GPS on all the time and everything, you can get easily through the day. And the screen on time is actually pretty good, so you can see it's almost 4 PM and I still have 20% left and I've used it really all day long. Alright, so that were the battery stats. Then here we can see apps running in the background. And if we go here to running apps, then you can see the RAM consumption of the ROM. And the ROM is pretty good, so here you can see 840 megabytes used of 1 gigabyte. Up to 50% is common without many background processors, and well optimized ROMs have something like 30%. Then here you can see all apps and the ROM is really clean, so there's no spyware or bloatware. On some cheap clones, please be careful with your data. There are sometimes Trojans or spyware or bloatware on there, so make sure you run a cheat data test before you use it. Now here under security settings we have the fingerprint scanner, and this is definitely a highlight. So the fingerprint scanner is working awesome. As good like on my Galaxy Note 4, it's just here on the back side. But I think it uses the same scanner like the ECO E04 because also the application here looks the same and also the scanner looks almost the same. And on the ECO it's just integrated in the home button. But here on the back side it looks like the home button from the ECO. It's really strange, but it works totally nice. So just check this out. You don't even have to swipe straight over it. So you can see it works all the time and I don't even have to practice this, so this is awesome. And the cool thing is that you can register up to 10 fingerprints and use them for various things, so you don't even have to use it for a screen unlock. You can also use it, for instance, to protect applications for PayPal, and there are so many possibilities. Alright, so I forgot to activate it, so let me go back quickly. So here you can activate the fingerprint unlock and you have to choose here pattern or pin. So for instance, if you hurt your finger or something, or if you cannot use the fingerprint scanner anymore, then you can also use the pattern here. Alright, so let's confirm this. And there we go. So now let's lock the screen and let's try it. Now unlocking feels totally smooth. It's the best experience I've ever had with a fingerprint scanner. It's just like on the ECO on my Galaxy Note 4. And yes, if I try it with a different finger, just like here, then you can see it doesn't unlock. So it's really working, it's not a choke feature. And yes, it's just totally awesome. In my opinion, the scanner they have used in here and in the ECO are the best fingerprint scanners ever. And yes, maybe it's also the same scanner. So usually I don't like smartphones which have the fingerprint scanner on the backside, but on the THL 2015 it feels outstanding. Now let's go back here to the settings, and that was security. We also have here locations or GPS, as you will see later. Language and input, so different languages, all languages which are natively supported by Android. Accounts here, and yes, basically the rest you can find on every other Android smartphone. Then I would say let's go back and let's check out the basic features of the smartphone. Alright, so the battery is almost empty. I hope it's enough for the review. But anyway, I always test the basic features because yes, why buy a smartphone where you can play awesome 3D games, but then you cannot call other people or something. So here we have the Android status bar and here the quick toggles. Now once again, here are the basic things like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS. Basically everything like on every other Android smartphone, also cast screen, and here's something new which is called multitasking window. And I really like it, but yeah, this is also a feature you could mod your own, for instance with exposed. And here you for instance have picture in picture, so you could watch a video while you browse the web or something or write messages. And I think yes, it's a pretty cool feature, but it doesn't have to be implemented in the ROM because you could also mod this. But let's have a look at the dial applications. Let's just try to call some random number. Roaming warning is very common, don't be afraid, you won't be charged any costs, so just disable the message in the settings. Now if you use the volume rockers, you can also adjust several volumes and also the screen brightness, which I really like. The speaker quality is very good, very loud, as you can hear right now. And also the sensors are working, as you will see later in the sensor test. So the call test, definitely good. And also the reception, I had absolutely no issues, even though the antennas are in the metal frame here. Then let's have a look here at messaging. So this is a 10-point capacitive touchscreen. Now normally you have a 5-point capacitive touchscreen on the most phones, but this one here is a 10-point, which is even better. So once I just had some slight ghost touches, but after reboot it was gone. And now the screen is totally accurate, so absolutely no issues with the touchscreen. Then let's have a look here at the browser, and yeah, I was just checking out some new music videos here. And yes, it plays absolutely well, so it's also totally fast and absolutely no lags, so you don't have to worry about this. Browsing, multitasking is not a problem anymore on Chinese smartphones. The new MTK chipsets are so awesome, and they even get better. The next generation will be even more awesome. Here in the menu we can see all the pre-installed applications, also the notification LED is now up, as you can see. And now I would say let's have a look at the first application here, which is the camera application. And to test it, let's go quickly outside. And just once again, here's the notification LED, so you can see it's very bright, but I'm not sure if you can change the color because I haven't found the settings in the settings. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so now let's go outside for a quick camera test on the THL 2015. So we're now here outside, and once again firmware is really buggy. I mean, the camera module is really good, I guess. Also this had Sony sensor, but it's the same problem like on the GRU, on the Ulefone. The firmware has wrong drivers, or it's not well optimized, as you can see. So it looks quite blurry. You have recording mode. I mean, the shutter, everything is quite fast, it's working. But the phones get released and the firmware is buggy. So it's just like the consumers are beta testers, and you have to wait until there will be an update. Because if I try to switch to the front-facing camera, I get gallery has stopped or something. So it's totally cracked up. If I want to switch to the front-facing camera, it doesn't work at all. I mean, the camera here looks quite good now, but also it has focusing problems, so it's not really sharp, and I'm pretty sure this is a firmware issue. Now I decided to update all firmwares until next week and then do another comparison between all the flagships I have here at home. And yes, as always, I will upload camera samples, but yeah guys, please stay tuned, firmware will be updated and we will have a discussion thread on chinadevices.com about the camera quality on the flagships here. Now here you can see the settings, and here we have anti-shake, all that crap. And you can definitely see the software is definitely wrong, because picture size set is something like 18 megapixels, it jumps from 13 to 18, sensor should have 16, and yes, interpolated for sure, but it's totally useless to have here 18 if the pictures are totally blurry. It's absolutely useless. Noise reduction, electronic image stabilization here in video mode. And yes, I will now upload a sample video so you can see it here in the video just in a couple of seconds. I mean, everything is working as it should, but forget the quality right now. It's total junk. But as I've said, there will be a discussion thread on chinadevices.com, so just stay tuned, check out the thread, and if you own one of the devices, I would be really glad if you could register and upload some sample pictures so we could compare them. Alright, so that's the basic camera application. Now the camera is not really optimized, and now you will see a quick video with the rear camera, because yeah, the front camera didn't work at all. Now here's a quick video test with the THL 2015, and yeah, I have some problems here with focusing, as you can see, so it looks sometimes quite blurry. Roxy, come over here. So here's my dog. And yes, I just wanted to show you quickly here my tractor. So I actually wanted to do the GPS test on this one here, but I still have to finish some things to wake it up, and then I can take it for a ride. But you can see I have here some focusing problems. Now close-ups, for instance, they look quite okay here, so it focuses pretty well, but if you just focus on objects which are more far away, sometimes the focus gets blurry. I have absolutely no clue why. Also here or here, so here you can see it. And yes, the video quality seems to be good, but The firmware definitely has to be improved, so this is definitely a firmware issue. And yes, it looks quite okay here on the screen, but yes, just the focusing issue sucks a bit. Roxy, say hello. Alright, then let's go and let's test the front-facing camera. Alright, so to this time I didn't know that the front-facing camera doesn't work at all, so we cannot test it, and also it doesn't matter which camera application you're using, it doesn't work because it's a firmware issue. Then yeah, here we have some more applications like a music player, you will hear later a quick speaker test. Here we have app lock, which is pretty cool because you can lock applications with your fingerprint. So that's pretty cool, for instance, if you use WhatsApp and you don't want that your girlfriend reads messages which you send to other girls. But it's not like I would use this at all. But let's just continue here. Now, here we have, I hope my girlfriend won't see this, but here we have some other applications like Gmail, Play Store, so all the Google applications, as you can see, and they work perfectly well, so you don't have to play around with them. Also, Compass is working very good. Now, if you have seen some other reviews from me where I have tested the Compass application, then you already know north is to my left. And as you can see, the THL 2015 always points to my left. This is exactly north, and this works indoors, and I have a lot of electronic stuff here, so this should actually also influence it, but it works perfectly nice. Then, yes, that was the Compass application. We have here GPS, all that crap, and here we have the torch, which I want to show you before we come to the GPS test and all the rest. Now here with the light switched off, then you can see it looks quite strange because, yes, it's not too bright and it's just a bit yellow. I mean, it's not perfectly white, just a bit yellow. And you can see also not only the LED is shining, so also the rest here, because there's a gap between the metal here and the plastic. And yes, the LED is shining through because it's pretty strong, but could be a bit stronger in my opinion. And also it could be a bit more white. But yeah, it's perfectly nice as a flashlight and quite okay for taking photos in dark areas. Now let's have a look at the cover. Now I almost forgot to mention that there's a cover included too, and it's a pre-order gift from efox.com, and it's a very hard plastic cover, looks quite okay. I'm not sure if it's now included too, so you should check it out, but the cover is quite nice because it protects the phone pretty good. The only bad thing is that this fake leather cover here is a total piece of crap. Now, I mean, it's not really bad because it really protects your screen, but it feels a bit cheap, so it's fake leather. Then here you can see there's some adhesive tape, so you have to stick that on your back cover or on your protection cover. And yes, if you don't stick it exactly on the back cover, then it maybe won't close and then it maybe comes off. So it's not a real good cover, and a real flip cover, maybe a real leather flip cover, would be definitely more awesome than this. But here you can see it also has a clock function, just like the LG G3 for instance. And I really like the clock face and the animation, and you can also switch the clock face here, so you can swipe here with the screen, then you have some nice animation, and then you can also see the time, and it really looks good because also the display looks very awesome. But just the cover here, in my opinion, feels a bit cheap and isn't really good at all. But if there would be a different back cover, I would definitely order it. And also here from the inside, it doesn't feel really smooth, so it's actually just some crappy fake leather, and it can also be used as a stand somehow, but I don't know how. Alright, so that is the flip cover, and now I would say let's do a movie test, some benchmarks, and after this you will hear my conclusion about the smartphone, so let's go. As always, here's a quick GPS test with the GPS test application. And if you just check out this, then you can see the signal quality is amazing. So we have 22 satellites in view. On my Galaxy S5 I get 25, so just a bit more, but the same amount of satellites in use. And if you have a look at the signal bars too, then they are all over 30, 40, and this is very good. Accuracy goes down to even 6 feet, 5 feet, sometimes below that. It's totally accurate, no jumps, it doesn't lose the connection. So GPS has been improved a lot. It was already very good on the old Octa core, but here on the new Octa core it's outstanding. Just check out the accuracy, it's totally awesome in my opinion. Alright guys, now here's a quick GPS test on the THL 2015, and yeah, as you can see, GPS works perfectly well. I'm using Cygic navigation right now because yeah, I've tried this app yesterday and I have to say I really like it, and much better than Google navigation, and there's a free and premium version. So yeah, as you can see, GPS is working perfectly nice on the smartphone here, no jumps, no lags, and the new MTK generation doesn't have any GPS problems at all, so really nice GPS in the THL 2015.
Just like a phoenix, born from the ashes. I take care of my own. Torn down where I stand. You can't suffocate my spirit, 'cause I'm the king of my own throne, my own throne. King of my own throne, my own throne. You'll never see me fall, fall. You'll never see me fall. Watch me reign, and I'll slay them all. Slay them all, slay them all. You'll never see the reign, and I'll slay them all. Slay them all, slay them all, slay them all. You'll never see the king of my own throne, my own throne. King of my own throne. Born from the ashes, 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 born from the. You can't suffocate my spirit, 'cause I'm the king of my own throne, throne, oh, 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 oh. King of my own throne, my own throne. You'll never see me fall, fall. You'll never see me fall. Watch me reign, and I'll slay them all. Slay them all, slay them all, slay them all. You'll never see the reign,
And finally, another review is over, and I really enjoyed testing the THL 2015. And it's really a nice device, as you can see. It's so smooth, so the new octa-core MTK chip is definitely awesome. Just the camera firmware has to be fixed, and then I'm happy with the smartphone. Battery lifetime could be a bit better, also the LED flash, but that are just things which are not that important. The most important thing is to improve the firmware. Then maybe also the battery lifetime will get a bit better. And yes, the camera definitely has to be fixed, but the fingerprint function, the overall design of the THL 2015 is just awesome. So I really like it. Just a bit expensive with about €200, which is something like 230, 240 USD. But it's definitely worth it, since THL is a good brand and also offers custom ROMs on needrom.com, so there will be custom ROMs pretty soon, I'm really sure about this. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now this was my review of the THL 2015 from efox.com. So feel free to join also chinadevices.com, so link to the seller and to China Devices is down below in the description. Feel free to join our forum, our community. We're now over 20,000 members. It's so crazy what's going on here. So just share your knowledge and share your thoughts about Chinese devices. I would be really happy to see you guys there. And as always, my friends, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope I see you again in my next videos. So have a nice day and bye bye.